In this Writer's Toolbox video, I'll be talking about thesis statements, claims, and relating everything together. So, we've done it before, but let's remind ourselves, what is a thesis statement? It is the sentence or the statement that directly answers your essay question or prompt. It answers it in one clear sentence. Everything in your essay is guided by this sentence. Therefore, everything must connect to it and everything must support this sentence. Let's look at the criteria for a good thesis statement then. Well, it's a strong claim. This means it's not something obvious, it's debatable, and it explains not only what, but how or why. It goes at the end of your introduction. It tells everyone that everything after this point will be in support of this sentence. And it makes sense without any other information. It has all of the relevant context that we need to go forward. So how do we get a thesis statement? Well, we read our essay question or our prompt and we answer it. We make sure that it's strong by explaining what, plus how or why, and we provide all the relevant context. We then, assuming it's a strong thesis statement, put it at the end of our introduction. This guides our essay, and so everything that comes after supports it, connects to it, and explains it further. Paragraph subclaims might expand upon this and go a little bit deeper and give extra information. So let's say I'm given the question, what was it like to live in America during the Roaring Twenties? Well, I know there was an economic boom, women got the vote, mass production made products cheaper. Well, it was probably a pretty good time. So how might I answer that? Living in America during the Roaring Twenties was good for some people. It doesn't really answer the question. It doesn't really explain for whom it was good or why or anything. But it is standalone. I can remove it. It has the relevant context, the Roaring Twenties, for instance. It's not strong though. It doesn't explain how or why. And again, it doesn't answer the question. What about this one then? Living in America was exciting and convenient. Okay. Answers the question, not really actually. Definitely not a strong claim. Definitely not a strong claim. And it's definitely not standalone. It has no context. Let's look at this one. Living in America during the Roaring Twenties. Okay, that's good. That's context. Was exciting and convenient. Okay, that answers the question. Because of new social freedoms and economic growth. That makes it strong. Perfect. That is a strong thesis statement. I can now put this at the end of my introduction. So here's my essay. Now, as I said before, you want to expand on this and support this in body paragraphs. So one of my body paragraphs or two of my body paragraphs might be about social freedoms and others might be about economic growth. But I have to expand upon this, and my subclaims want to go a little bit deeper and give more information. So I'm going to do an example with economic growth. Well, what types of economic growth made the Roaring Twenties more exciting and convenient? Well, I know that mass production was one thing that did this, and new industrial innovations. So I might write one body paragraph about this, and my claim is going to be more detailed than my thesis statement. So I might write, the Roaring Twenties made American life more convenient and exciting because of economic growth, due to new industrial breakthroughs and mass production. Now, I've linked it to my thesis statement by using similar wording, convenient and exciting, for instance. I've made it clear what my paragraph will roughly be about in terms of my thesis statement, economic growth. And I have expanded and gone deeper by explaining how and saying due to new industrial breakthroughs and mass production. That's a great paragraph subclaim. What I would then do is get evidence to support this, contextualize it and embed my evidence, and I would analyze that evidence. That's the CL, the E and the A. Now I just need the R in clear. That's my relate statement. This comes at the end. Now what I want to do here is sum everything up and relate it all back to the thesis statement. So let's look at an example. Therefore, as a result of mass production and new innovative industrial breakthroughs, the Roaring Twenties saw economic growth, making it a more convenient and exciting time to live in America. Now, again, I've used similar wording that I've used in the thesis statement. That's really important. And I've summarized what my paragraph has said. You'll also notice that it kind of looks very similar to my paragraph subclaim, and that's fine. We relate and restate, but we do not repeat.